if you're new here, welcome back. If you're a returning viewer, this is my fourth Flosstube. I'm not making a WIP parade this year because I only started in November with a full WIP parade, so it kind of doesn't make sense making a full WIP parade 2 months after making the last one. But I will make sure to take pictures, so next year I can show you the full progress of this year. I have a few numbers on how many stitches I did this year. They are not that accurate because I didn't track everything I stitched, and not everything I stitched is a digital pattern, so I don't have exact stitching numbers, so more of an approximation of what I stitched. I did like 170,000 stitches this year, which is quite a lot. I'm very happy with that number, so I got a ton of things done. This is about 18,000 stitches a month, I guess, so I will have to calculate and then I can show you. So yeah, I will show you what I got done the last few weeks from the last Flosstube. I hope you had a great start into the new year and some great holidays. Mine were a bit stressful, but I'm getting back into things, and I also have very big plans. I don't know how realistic they are, but I have big plans on how many stitches I get done this year. But if I really get all those stitches done that I plan to get done, then I have to do a lot of less things in my other parts of life and other hobbies. So I don't know how realistic it is. It depends on what comes up throughout the year and what will happen. I didn't make a Flosstube in December. Because December was quite stressful for me, and I didn't feel like doing one. And since this is a hobby, I only want to do them if I feel like doing them. So it's not like it doesn't feel like a job, so, and just like something I do out of my own volition. Yeah, so today I have a bit of a different setup. I will show my stitchy things on the table and not hold my projects up. Maybe this will work out a bit better, because last time I had a bit of trouble with lighting coming through the back of the project, so you couldn't see them as well. And I mean, today is quite cloudy and it's already getting dark, so this wouldn't happen. But I want to see if it is a setup that I like to work with, and tell me if you prefer it to holding them up. So yeah, let's get started with what I've got done in the last 5 weeks, I guess, 5-6 weeks. I don't remember exactly, but maybe I will write the numbers somewhere here. So here we are. Let's get started. The first project I'm showing you is my one and only Gecko Rouge kit. It's called Coffee by Sesek Nemo, I think, or something like that. Let me look. It's stitched on an 18 count either 2/1, so you can see I kind of like 18 count 2/1. It gives it a very good coverage, and the stitches are big enough so I don't have trouble finding the holes, and it's very comfortable and easy to stitch on. I got the digital pattern from them. When I bought the kit, I only got the printed chart, but I asked if I could get the digital pattern after the fact, and they were very kind and sent it to me. So if you missed out on getting a digital chart, just contact the shop owner. I don't know their name exactly, but they are very nice and they sent it to me, so now I can track my progress. I think I'm about 3% done, so if you look at it, it's not a lot of things done. Up here I started with a parking method where I did 10 by 10 blocks in the diagonal, and then I finished all the parking threads when I started color completion. This is where I did color completion with the least used colors, and then I started to do finishing by pages. So I do the least used color on the page and complete it on the page. So this page is a very small crop page here on the bottom left. And then with the last color I will use on this page is the one with the most stitches, so I don't have to carry all the threads loosely of the colors that are only very sparsely used. And I always use up the thread into the next page. I packed some of those because like the size of the hoop, it doesn't make sense to stitch it all the way. But for this I don't get lines on them because I don't do a hard cut on the end of the pages, and I stitch like where it makes sense. Like if I have some stitches of the color here and then up here, I don't do all the stitches on the page, but I would do here and maybe continue it to that page and do it up here and continue wherever there are other stitches of the same color on the other pages. So that's the way I'm going with now. Maybe I will do some color completion on a later day again, but I don't have specific plans on it. I would love to get it to 10% this year, but let's see how realistic it is. I think I need about 8,000 stitches to get it to 10%, so it could be realistic, but I have lots of other plans, so it might be too big of a plan. So now here you see it's my biggest piece. It is the artwork is Dream by Yukari. It's a pattern I charted myself with the permission of the artist. This is one of my oldest projects. I did some color completion. This is why you see stitches everywhere. It's like, I think some people call it extreme cross country. And now in the last few months and weeks I did page finishing because I don't want to move the hoop around all the time and reduce friction on the project, because I have it for such a long time. It's getting kind of dusty, and I don't want to damage the stitching. So here you see this is the bottom of the pattern. It's so big that I can't show you the whole pattern if I don't hold it up. In the last year I had some of this done, but I didn't get done this page. But in this year I finished all the pages throughout here and those 4 pages here. The last time you saw it in November, I think, I was on this page here. I had lots of those dark stitches done already. Also at the where the cat is, I had a ton of stitches done, but I continued those pages. This will be the next pages. I hope I can finish this full row in January. It's quite a lot of stitching, but I think I can do like 15,000 stitches this month. I'm at 60%, and it's like 180,000 stitches to do. So if I do like 10,000 stitches a month at least, my plan is more like 20,000 stitches, but I don't think it's realistic. Like maybe 18,000 stitches would be enough to finish it in this year, and I kind of really want to finish it, but I know I sometimes start some things. I also like to work on some smaller projects, break it up. But yeah, I really love it, but I'm working on it like since 2021, I think. So it's quite a lot of time. And since it's so big, because it's on a 60 count Ada, 2/1, full cross, if you're interested. It's like 1 meter in width and about 1.20 meters, I guess, in length. I don't know exactly. The stitching is 90 centimeters, I think, in width, and not only the fabric is like a full 1 meter width. But yeah, I work on it with a nerd hoop because a scroll frame of 1 meter width, they often have some issues and they are quite heavy, and I don't have a cross stitch stand that can support a scroll frame of that width, but I would like to work my full coverage cross stitches more on scroll frames. But yeah, I'm quite happy. Every time I finish a page, I just take it and look at it for 15 minutes. It's just so many different colors, like those pink and oranges, like where I'm going now. There was lots of blues down here, but now I'm getting more into the pink and orange. I also thought about, if I finish this row, if I start this row up instead of going horizontally, because I have some pages done up here. Yeah, if you know, I stitched all over the place, and maybe continue this row up and then continue over there and then go back down, so that the last page would be like in the middle. But I don't know yet. It depends on what I feel like at the end of January. I can also show you digitally the progress, so maybe it's a bit more, you can tell a bit better what I got done and what I didn't get done, because yeah, it's quite big and it's hard to show the full project. So the next project, I think you also saw it last time, it's Share a Sad Dream by Twin Peaks Primitives, I think they are called. It's on a 2040 count linen. It's Vintage Country Mocha, I think, by Zweigart. So they are quite tiny stitches. It's 1/2 full cross, and I love the colors. They are very, very delicate, and I hope I can at least get it to 10%. I think it's about 2 to 3% done. I have lots of projects that are about 2 to 3% done, and very few that are like 30 to 50% done, because after I get to the 30 to 50% point, I often continue to the end of the project. So yeah. Here is a new start from December. If you joined the Jingle Ball by Lindy Stitches, you might know this pattern. It's Festive Forest by the Blue Flower. It will be over the full length. It's quite small and over the full length, and it will be like I don't know how you call it, but it will be like a pillow, but like a dome-shaped pillow. So it has those points, and then you sew it up together. The full project has about 11 to 13,000 stitches, I think. So I don't think I will finish it in the next month, because I have lots of other plans. But this is about 5% done, I think. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. It's a 40 count raw linen. So again, 1/2. I think I enjoy 40 count quite a lot, especially if you maybe stitch in hand. So it's quite easy, and the stitches lay very nicely, especially if you do one thread. So I hope it focuses on. If you do one thread, stitches lay quite a lot nicer than if you do 2 threads. Yeah, that's that. The next project, I thought I would make a lot more progress in December, but I didn't. It's the Stitch for Pride Sal by D20 Stitches. D20? I don't remember exactly, but they do a Pride Sal every year, so I think the 2025 Sal is not available for purchase anymore, but sometimes they do at the half-year mark, they resell it for a short period, or during Pride Month sometimes they do it. And they are inspired by all those queer artists to make those different patterns. I chose to do all the motifs in the same color and make like a monochrome. No, not really, because the fabric is quite blue, but make a one color spot sampler with it. The threads are from X2 Design. They are like a orange yellow with some light pink tones in it, and I love the variegation, and I think it fits the fabric quite nicely. I think the fabric is a blue spruce 32 count linen, and I'm doing one thread over 2 fabric threads, so it's looking quite delicate. You can really see the crosses quite nicely. Yeah, So I enjoy doing one thread, even on 32 count, because on the samplers it's not important to get the full coverage, like on a full coverage piece where you don't want the fabric to peek through. Here is one of my other Christmas projects. It's the Parker stocking by Shepherd's Bush, or Slater stocking. I hope I don't mess it up. I think it's the Parker stocking. This is my second stocking. I didn't fully finish the other stocking. I can show you the other stocking. I hoped I would be able to fully finish them this year, but I just didn't make it. But yeah, this is the other one. They are quite big, so if you look at the size of my hand, it's on an 18 count flow bar over 2 threads, so like the stitches are like on a 9 count fabric, I guess. But yeah, I quite enjoy it. This is going to be the one with my name on it, but yeah, there is some stitches to be done down here, and I think some little things up here, and the Christmas packages and the house needs to be finished, but it's like about 50% done. Yeah, and all the beads and buttons that come with the button bag still need to go on. But yeah, I'm quite happy. I had some trouble finding the right floss for the house because it wasn't sold in my area. I think it's kind of over-dyed thread, so maybe Weak Dye Works or something, but I didn't find it, and now I exchanged it for some dark blue anchor threads, which was the one that most closely matched on what I saw in the picture. But yeah. And here's the last one. This is Mary Morgan. You can see a lot, it's just a frame, but I was able to finish the full frame. I don't know if I will continue on the border or I will do some of the motifs on the inside. This is also on a 40 count raw linen, 1/2 full cross. So yeah, I love the colors that I used in this project. Yeah, so vibrant and crazy looking. I just love it because lots of the reproduction samplers look very vintaged because the colors are bleached and then they do the colors based on the old piece, but not what the original piece would have looked like. And I love that this has all those bright and fun colors on it. So I can't wait to get more on it done, but it's a bigger project, so it will take quite some time, and most of the time I focus more on my full coverage pieces. So yeah, that's all of my projects that I worked on this month, or last month, I guess. That's all for my project for this Flosstube. I have some plans on what I'm going to stitch on the next month. So the one with the cat and the fish on it, like it's called Dream, but I have another project I want to start that also has the name Dream in it, so I always call it Cat and Fish. But yeah, this is the focus piece for this year, so I'm trying my hardest to finish it, or at least get it to a place where I can finish it in the first quarter of 2026, because I have a lot of other full coverages that I want to start, and I have some kits that I really want to start, like from Mereshka, and I think Riolis has some kits, and I want to focus more also on my Tia Governor pieces, because I don't want to have a stash that's bigger than life. I one day want to be able to finish every piece, because I feel bad when I over-consume, but I'm having a hard time stopping myself if I want to have a new thing or if I want to start a new hobby, because I get really obsessed with it. But as long as I'm having fun with it, I'm okay. So you don't have to worry about me. Yeah, I really want to start Contessa with Squid by Omar Ryan is the artist, and Unconventional Crossstitch charted it. So this will be a planned start in the next 1 to 3 months, so like until March. Maybe it will be a birthday start, because I have my 30th birthday in March. And I also have some 2 legs and 1 cross, which is who has an Etsy store where they have some very beautiful patterns that I want to start. Like they have some very beautiful deep breath, I think is one called. It's under the water nymph patterns. I will show you here. I really want to start it, or like dark mermaid. They are very beautiful and very beautiful artwork. They also have a kit that they sell now, which would be also a planned start. But let's see. Depends on how much I get done in the next few months. But I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. I also thought about telling you about the Flosstubers that I love to watch, because I spend quite a lot of time on the internet and on YouTube, especially when I'm stitching. I love to listen to some audiobooks or watch Flosstubes because it really motivates me and it's quite fun, especially all those WIP parades and year planning videos in the last few days that came up. They are quite awesome. I really like to watch Erin and Emily. They are the Hathaway Stitchers. They are two sisters and they are quite fun. They have an awesome banter and it's very it's very funny to watch them and how they interact with each other. They really have a lot of love for each other, I think, and it's a bit different to see two people next to each other to Flosstube. I think only a few Flosstubers do it, but so it's more of an interaction happening. And yeah, they also love birds, so if you love projects with birds on it, I think you might enjoy it. Another stitcher I love to watch is Teresa Little Stitcher. She has the same name as me, so I guess you can think about that what you want, but she's one of the first Flosstubers I started to watch. She started me on doing full coverage cross stitches. She has quite a big series about how to do full coverage projects, and she is also on Flosstube for quite a long time. She's I think a British stitcher, and yeah, she does live streams, stitch with me, so and she has lots of fun stories, and over the years I think I'm become very attached to her and her projects. She just now finished her Chatelaine Evening in the Park. It's the one with the swans, if you know it. And she really tried hard the last year to get it done, and she made it, and I'm quite happy for her. I hope this doesn't sound too parasocial. Yeah. I also love watching Bridget, the museum stitcher. Last year she made lots of plans on what she's going to stitch and how she's what she wants to get finished, and she did quite a lot of gold stitching, and she got a lot of stitching done. She had, I think she also did like 160 stitches, which is really a lot of stitches, yeah. And yeah, I love seeing her progress every time, and I love her style and projects. They are quite nice and very colorful. Yeah. Another stitcher I love to watch is Lea Revenga. She's a German stitcher, so I enjoy also watching in German, but she does German and an English version of her videos, so she always films them twice, which is so much work, but she has always those stitch statistics, she calls it, where she calculates all the stitches she does every month and what she wants to get done the next month, and she has lots of planning, and it's very exciting, and she always tries different fabrics. Like I enjoy seeing her work on 22 count with full coverage, or 24 count. She found a very interesting fabric. I think 24 count is not very common, and does full coverages on them, so it's quite interesting, and it made me think a lot about when planning my next full coverages, which fabric I want to do it on, and it's quite exciting. And she also has a shop, I think, where she sells hand-dyed fabrics, which are very nice, very beautiful colors. I think she's on a break now, but maybe like with 13th of January, she will open it up again, and I really enjoy her videos. They are quite long, but that's kind of the best. Another stitcher I like to watch is Stitchywag. She's also a German stitcher, and she, in the last few months, I think she did more of puzzle videos, like cozy vlogs. But she also has very fun stitching projects. She's the one that got me to want to stitch Contessa with Squid, because she did the mini version of Heaven and Earth design, and she also has some other full coverage cross stitch that I really like the colors of, but I would never stitch it myself because it's so much work and so much confetti. But I think it's Fly Me to the Moon. I think she even has a sale going on with it, so if you want to join her, it's very, very beautiful. Yeah, another one I like to watch is Cam the Stitcher and Mayori Made Stitcher. They are friends, but they have two different separate floss tubes. Also, I think Megan and Preaching the Museum Stitcher and some other stitchers are in their friend group. And they have just a very fun style and very fun projects, and some very unusual and very some personalities. And I just enjoy their how they work with colors and do their color conversion. It's just very beautiful. So Megan, the Seattle stitcher, too, is also one of the friends. She has always lots going on in her life, and she has more of like kids that she stitches, and they are also very, very awesome to watch. I can't wait to see the progress on them. So I watch them every time their new videos come out. It's very nice. So yeah, that's some of the Frosstubers I enjoy to watch. Maybe you will enjoy them too. Try them out. Most people, I think, already know them, but or at least in my mind, I'm in a bubble where everyone knows who I'm talking about, or those stitchers are known in the community. But yeah, if you didn't know them, check them out. But yeah, that's it. I hope you have a great first month of the year and it's not too stressful. Don't make too big plans in January, or do if you enjoyed it. I don't know. Just take what life brings you, I guess. Have a great day. Bye.